What's up, loves? It's your favorite fly girl, Che Whitney, and welcome to What's That You're Wearing. I am here with rapper, model, Chicago creative, Rank Jenson.
What's going on? Sway, man.
Hey, man. What's
deal.
up?
Man, we just been cooling, been chilling. Everything's been going good. More projects on the way, just staying creative. Staying out the way, staying low-key till it's time to make that move, you know?
We love that. So here on What's That You're Wearing, we got to first start with, what are you wearing?
What's the feeling? All right, so today we got some vintage polo, some jeans that from my boy Thriz over at Club 310. He hooked these up for me.
These shoes are my favorite.
Yeah, the Dunk Bagels.
Ooh.
I don't know if you need me to hold these up so the camera could get it, but the Dunk Bagels. And then an Arc'teryx hat, like some real, Arc'teryx beanie, some real slight.
Super freaking fashionable. And I have on my vintage Bulls sweatshirt. Shout out to Dad. It's my dad's. I stole it a long time ago. Had it for years now. And then I have on these Balenciaga inspired shoe boots from Akira. $10 on sale. Shout out to Akira. Yes.
Yep.
So here on What's That You're Wearing, we are talking about all the fly shit, all the fashion shit.
I love it.
And I have a few questions for you.
Shoot them. I'm ready.
So, first question. What is your favorite store and did it survive the pandemic?
My favorite store. I really like, so I like what, Notre. I never knew how to say it, but I like them a lot because you could get a lot from there. And they always are doing like kind of archive sales and everything. And yeah, they did survive the pandemic.
They did survive the pandemic. So they still have a brick and mortar?
They do still have a brick and mortar.
Okay.
Actually, I feel like I'm dropping gems right now. But they know. So if you know, but like you just kind of got to be on the lookout. But every now and again, they will do an archive sale. You get a lot of different, Jaquimas.
Love Jaquimas.
Who else? Like any brand you could think of, they got them and they got them for the low. Just catch them at the right time. So, yeah.
So what was your favorite department store as like a kid? I know I feel like a lot of guys didn't really like department stores. I enjoyed going to department stores like with my granny and whatnot. But what was your favorite department store as a kid? Like you just went in there and you was like, ooh, we in here.
Like, you mean like when?
Maybe a teenager.
Okay, I'm about to say
at the mall. Once we start going to the mall and getting our own clothes and whatnot.
I think as far as mall stores, I was very much a Zoomies Hot Topic kid for sure. I used to work at Zoomies for a little bit, so I definitely fell into it. I was on some skater
weed socks.
Yeah. I never got into the weed socks. But in that lane for sure.
So did you wear the Boobie bands? The I Love Boobie bands? I feel like those were a skater classic.
Yeah. I had the bands.
I had a ton of those.
I definitely was rocking Supers. I remember I had old raps where I was just talking about rocking Supers back in the day. Yeah, I was definitely him. I was that kid.
Supers that's an oldie but goodie.
Yeah.
Were you a creative wreck?
No, I couldn't do creative wrecks. You know what? I've always been the type of person who didn't really like what everybody else was doing. You know, I can appreciate it. No shade if you was rocking Rex, but I just wasn't doing that because I'm okay, I've been seeing you do this, and even if I was wearing Nikes or Dunks, I wear Dunks to this day, but I was rocking Dunks when niggas did not like Dunks. Like niggas did not fuck with Dunks. They was what you got on them fake ass Air Force, whatever. I'm
whatever. I felt that way about pastries. Remember those shoes?
Yeah. That's the
Angela Simmons.
Yep.
A lot of people did not like those colorways, but I was obsessed with them. Totally get it.
I feel like she got a lot of inspiration from like Pharrell with ice cream.
For sure. That was definitely a big thing back then. So speaking of sneakers, what is either your favorite sneaker of all time or what you got your eye on that's coming out? What's your go-to? What's your favorite? Just what's the sneaker go for you?
The GOAT for me, I gotta say Dunks.
Dunks.
But a slip, okay, because like I feel like recently I got more into like Jordans. I was never like coming up. I fucked with Jordans, of course, but like I was not really like going out of my way to rock J's.
Same.
But from a shorty, and like to this day, underrated Jordan for me is like the Jordan 10. Like I got pictures from when I was like 3 years old.
Jordan 10?
The Jordan 10, like from when I was like 3 years old in Disney World with like my mom and them, and they put me in the Jordan 10. So I've been loyal to that since then. So if they start re-releasing those, I'm all over it.
I love that. I feel like I'm really into the dad shoe right now.
Okay.
And then like a retro high top one is probably my go-to shoe.
Of course.
I don't.
The high top is different because they don't even do that no more like that.
Yeah. But I'm like, I feel like I like sneakers, but I'm not a sneakerhead. Like I say that a lot. Like I'm not in the line. I'm not on the sneakers app. I just kind of gave up trying to buy sneakers, but I still would rather rock a sneaker than, I got on heels today.
Oh, shout out, by the way, because you're talking about, since we on the subject of dad shoes, shout out to Joe Fresh Goods, because he been dropping bangers.
Oh, that New Balance?
You seen the new ones that he just...
Those pink ones?
Yo, I was like, I gotta get the black ice ones. Yeah, man. Like, Joe Fresh Goods been doing his shit. And if he just so happened to see this and want to, like, hook us up with a couple pairs, then, like, he should definitely do that, So,
you heard it.
Shouts out to that man.
Shouts out to that man.
Putting on for the city.
Designer. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So what is your favorite trend that is either out right now or making a comeback?
Oh, making a comeback. Okay.
Yeah.
I like this is for the girls, because like I like the fact that 2000 chic is coming back in. I think that's fire to me.
Same.
I think that's fire. The style back then, like I feel like it was a very underappreciated era, because it's like when we were living it, it's like we was just doing it.
We were so young too.
Yeah.
Like I was literally talking to another friend of mine today about the 2000 style, because when I was like 11, 12, 13, I couldn't go outside with a little booty skirt and a shirt that said Juicy on the front. Mom wasn't having it. I barely got a Von Dutch shirt as a kid. Right. Now it's like I got my own money. Now I can buy all the Von Dutch I want. I got a Von Dutch bag sitting in the corner. So I'm really happy that the 2000s era is coming back. I feel like I can really get into that.
And since we in 2000s, I just spent my past weekend binge watching all of the Blade movies. So like the fashion in the Blade movies, like top tier, my nigga. I was like, man, I might be getting some inspiration from this in a minute. So
Blade is a good one. Belly is also a really good one for like fashion inspiration. Like I feel like all the girlies is trying to do the Keisha from Belly.
Yeah.
Like vibes, like for going out.
Often imitated.
Yes, absolutely. So what actually drew you to fashion? Like where did your specific, like what drew you to it? Like what was it?
Just like I've always kind of, like I said, I never really liked the stuff that everybody was wearing. Of course I had like that era where like big t-shirts. Like I remember at one point, like I wouldn't even wear like a t-shirt unless the sleeves came below my elbows, or like shorts if the legs didn't come below my knees or something like that. But I would say it's a mixture of like what was going on in hip hop, what was going on like with friends that I was around, because I remember specifically like my homies had the 8 on Matsumoto's when like Kanye was doing it, and nobody really like, even though Kanye did it, like nobody still really knew about it because it was kind of low key, and like he brought those out. I'm like, bro, I've never seen those before, with the A on the side and the straps, and he's like, these the 8-Os, and I'm like, yo, like let me see more what's to this Japanese shit, so it's like kind of like a mixture of things on top of me just my personality and just like in like cool off the beaten path type of shit, so.
And since you model, do you have like a favorite fashion designer, or is there something that like sticks out to you that's like your top?
You know who I really like, and I have yet to even own any pieces from this designer, but Helly the Mill. I like Helly the Mill a lot.
That's a good one.
Yeah, no, I like that shit a lot. I always have my eye on. I'm like, damn, like let me see what's to it. We gonna get around to it, but
for sure.
But yeah, that's who I like. So
I'm feeling that way about the Pharrell Louis Vuitton combo.
That's fire. You can't knock that.
I have to get my hands on one of those colorful speedies just because they are so like. He was really designing for Louis Vuitton fans. So whereas like Virgil made more art pieces, Pharrell is just like giving all the Louis Vuitton lovers super Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, for sure.
Louis Vuitton.
Like I like what he's doing with like the monogram and everything, like just how he's incorporating it into everything, because I think I heard somewhere that even Louis Vuitton was like, yeah, we don't even be putting the monogram on everything like that. And Pharrell was like, fuck that, we just gonna throw it on everything and like get super creative with it and have it in like camo and just like fading it into everything. I think that's super dope what Pharrell is doing with Louis Vuitton, and even bringing Tyler into that shit too.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
I think I tweeted like me and Tyler the creator are gonna have a face off on who loves Pharrell more.
No, that's real. Like, you can't front on that man.
The way that he loves Pharrell is probably the way that I love Pharrell, and I'm like,
that's
all right,
real.
We might have to battle it out. But as far as you modeling, what has been the most interesting part of like your modeling journey? I know you just kind of like got into it recently, but I know you've done some runway, which I've seen. You've done some print, which I've seen.
Yep.
So like, what is like the most interesting part of you getting into that and that whole thing? Can you talk and walk me through that?
Yeah. So just as far as modeling, I think like even when I was younger, I used to do like some acting. I did a little bit of print modeling. I had never really did runway like that before. But just I think just being able to go for things that you normally wouldn't and just step outside of your comfort zone, and unexpected things end up happening. Like I did something for this brand or this modeling group called Why Not Petites, and that was actually one of the first big shows that I did. And they they're super cool. It's super just like the way that Brittany and Ray over there put their productions together, that shit is like off the charts. Cause I've done some smaller ones too, but I think that might have been like the most well put together one. Like,
yeah, organization is key.
Yeah, but yeah, just like just going out for things. Like I remember when I got cast for that, I didn't even think I was gonna get it. I was just like fuck it, like am I just called Why Not Petites, like, and I'm thinking it's more for girls anyways. I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just do it. Why not? What do I got to lose? And I ended up being the first model to walk out in their very first fashion show that happened last May. So that was super dope.
So do you think you like runway more or just like print more?
I think personally I prefer print, but I think it's always good to have like some, if you just go model, I think it's good to have like some runway like background as well, just because like I think being on the runway in front of a bunch of people like builds that confidence. It forces you to be confident. Like when you're in front of a camera, it might just be a few people around, and like, okay, it's easier for you to break out of your comfort zone, but just like modeling on a runway is a different beast. Like, it's
for sure. Absolutely. And runways go really fast.
Yeah, definitely.
So they go very fast. Backstage is super, super chaotic.
Yeah.
I've done and produced work backstage at fashion shows. So I already know like what that backstage area consists of. And it's like what you see on the runway, you don't even know half the time that there are shoes popping and buttons breaking all types of stuff that's going on back there. Do you have any advice for anybody that is trying to start their modeling journey in the city of Chicago?
Yeah, I would say just, ask people who are actually doing this. Like don't just like go and be a part of any and everybody's like thing, because everybody is not doing the right thing. Yeah, it's people that's hella unprofessional, people that's like just not, it's not a good look. Like, and I done did some of them too, like, and I won't mention no names, but everybody is not what it is. Find somebody who's really doing it, even if you find the photographers, even if you find them like just models that you see are consistently working. Yeah, and tap in with them because they're gonna be the ones to point you in the right direction, and make sure that you got your pictures updated too, because they people like to see your pictures. So
for sure. Do you have anything that you're working on that you want to promote? Tell the folks.
So my music is always my first love, my first passion. I just dropped this song in January called "Wait," featuring my homegirl Lotus Flies. And this is the year where I'm just planning on going crazy. Like, I got some freestyles coming. I got more music on the way, EPs, projects. It's just going to be like a music-filled, content-filled year for Rank Jenson. And, you know, just be on the lookout because it's not going to stop. It's just going to keep going. Like I said, we still being creative, still doing everything that we need to level up. So.
Period. Well, thank you, friend, for stopping
Appreciate
by.
you having me. It's love.
Absolutely. This has been What's That You Wearin? I'm your girl, Che Whitney. This is Spice TV.
Yes, sir.
Y'all get in tune. Make sure y'all follow all of us on social medias. We gonna drop that right boom there. We got some specials going on down at the, Spice TV, lyric videos all month long, $250. Get in tune with my guy, Ricky Christ. He's actually the one filming this right now. And we will see y'all soon. Stay flossy, love.
Peace out.